All right, let's get this sucker started, and we will try and find us some motor. So if you've been following this at all, you've seen that I just spent the last several days pretty far from my base, establishing a new base, looking for motor. Found a Vesvigear, Vesvigear, whatever those things are called, that showed a motor location, or at least a direction, and I tried following that direction, and it looked like the location was just surrounded by mist. You know, after all that, and I'm not going to go into the mist, not yet. I'm just not there yet. I'm not doing it without the wisp. Just not going to happen. And so I had to gather up all my stuff and head back. So this is my base, Valheim. And so now I need to head in another direction and see if I can find motor. And I'm probably going to have to do something I really didn't want to do. I've been trying to avoid having to go into the frost caves. But, right, if I'm having trouble finding motor, I need to maximize my chances of finding a Vesvigear. And that would mean going into the frost caves. Now, if you've ever been in the frost caves, you know how dangerous they can be between cultists and olv armies. Sometimes it seems like there's about 8 or 10 of those suckers. In hardcore mode, they take you down really fast. And so if I'm going to go into the frost caves, I'm going to need to take out a fueling village and get some barley going. I've already got a few cloudberries, not a ton, but I'll need to take out a village and start farming some barley so I can make fire potions so that the cultists don't kill me in like a half a second. But first I gotta unload all of this crap that I brought back with me. What's all this? Oh yeah, okay. This is serpent. I'm just gonna throw everything in here for now, and then we'll sort it all later. Wood. I hope everybody's doing okay. Let me know if you've got any thoughts on the best ways to solo approach going into a frost cave. Because I generally get my butt kicked when I go into a frost cave. So much stuff. Okay, fish. Is this a big enough fish? Is this a level 2? No, it's only a level 1. Alright, so I get to upgrade my fish. I'm always trying to put the biggest fish that I find up top. And so that was a level 2. That means I can cook the level 1. Alright, yeah. Yeah, definitely let me know. I go into frost caves. I got the whatchamacallit. I get the I put the fire potions on. But I don't, should I like make bonfires? Because you can make bonfires inside caves, right? So if I'm going to open a door where I think there's cultists and olves, should I crank open the door? Or a fire in front of it? Like a bonfire? Not a normal campfire, but a bonfire. Olves only have 50 hit points. It's not a huge amount of hit points to hit them. A single hit will kill them, right? The question is, when there's a bunch of them, can I take them out fast enough, right? And that's where the I think I'm going to die part starts coming in. Alright, gotta get my meats organized. Arrows, I got a lot of poison arrows. It feels like forever since I've actually been at my base. I had a pretty nice pimped out base down in the south, but took over a Draugr village in a meadow, and it was one of those nice Draugr villages. It wasn't one of those ones that's like, you know, a couple of those little ramshackle chests and things. This was like nice. Those big like 2-story like longhouse looking Draugr villages, you know? What's being hit over here? Somebody attacking my boat? Where'd you come from? That was weird. I'm not used to seeing skeletons swimming out in the middle of the water in the meadows. Alright. And as you can see, I really pimped out my food supply. I was really expecting to need a lot when I was doing my mountain explorations. Poison arrows, I did not realize that poison arrows, unless you're going against like the swamp creatures or something, are where it's at. Like, if you are fighting a creature that has like fire, like they're very weak to fire, right? I forget which ones are, but very, very weak to fire. Let's say, I don't know, an olive. You do more damage with a regular poison arrow than with a fire arrow to something you're doing double damage with that arrow. That's how powerful the poison arrows are. Yeah, metals. So I built this tool to help me understand this game and everything that's happening in it. So I can look up the damages, taking into account all of the levels, hardcore or not, against me or for me. I don't think so. You know? Takes into account reductions if there's multiplayer. I don't need to worry about that here, but... What do I keep? Oh, that's that old bee thing. I left the bees there. I had a few bees, and I left them there because I don't really need them here too much. I'm actually do a round of harvesting. I wouldn't say my honey's low, but I like to keep at least 2 full chests. Now, I'm emptying out my boat a lot. Probably more than I need to. But I like to start off fresh because the next time I'm going to a mountain, I might do things a little bit differently. Hopefully it won't be so far. Last one, man, that was like so far away. All right. And we have day 310. The only time the day number really matters is if you're going to be looking up weather. I'm going to leave that in there. And this. Now, I seem to remember there being a really big mountain off to the east, or to the west. So I gotta look at my map for a second, my little crappy map. The fastest way for me to get there, I think there's actually a river I didn't put it on here. It was north of me that I think cut over near to where Haldor was, through there to that western little bay. I might take a little sail up and see if I can get there, and if so, see if I can find a large western island. So if I do that, what do I need to take with me? A little bit more unpacking to do, but I'm getting close. Alright. Let's say I take a lot of serpent meat. That's good though, right? Serpent. Ice cream. And let's do a stack of onion soup. I left a lot of onion soup behind, I think. I'll take a little bit of kind of chorin food here, which I don't feel like wasting good stuff, although it's clearly not a real big problem. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do my bees. It's been a long time since I did my bees. And you know, the 3x multiplier, again, kind of makes things a little ridiculous. I found 7 bees. And you go, okay, 7 bees. And you get 4 honey a pop, right? So that's going to give you 28 bees every few days, right? Well, if you find 7 bees with the 4x multiplier, or 3x drops, it actually works out to 21 bees. And each of those 4 becomes 12. So that comes out to what? 250 honey every few days instead of 28. It's a monstrous amount. Let's see, I almost filled the chest back up again. Nice. Alright, I'm going to take a couple things with me. I always like to keep the key. So this is what that guy was hitting, man, that bastard. Key and a wishbone on the boat. These are for if I'm going to be doing bonfires. I need 25 fine wood, 25 core wood. These days I need to kill that rock. What the heck happened here? I was looking kind of beat up. Take a look at my clock. I'll fix this a little bit. I don't have a workbench out here, do I? Does that count as irony? Okay, now I can do it. Alright. And then I needed to have vertical. And somehow I don't have enough core wood, even though all of the core wood was here. I must have picked it up at some point. Alright. Having that high bow skill is utterly fantastic. You can almost fire as fast as you can think. Of course, you do it that fast and you don't hit it. That's where I grow trees if I'm needing some wood. I grab a stack of fine wood while I'm out here. really don't want this. I don't need a stack of regular wood. I have a lot of wood by my kiln, I think. I have a lot of coal here still going? Yeah. Oh, I took down one of my cores to take with me. I don't have the rock to rebuild another one, but I think I'm doing alright. Skins. Meats. Alright, so I need those, that, consolidate a little bit. I don't think I'll ever need the troll hides again. Not entirely sure where I keep them. I've upgraded all the troll stuff that I'm going to do. So we got some waves. Alright. So now I have... Oh, I forgot the cores. Huh. Cores are a dime a dozen these days. What else would I want to take with me to the mountains? A lot of poison arrows. Alright. Got this. That's in case there's a cart, but I'm not going to worry about that yet. Guess I need to make a cart for silver. I don't really need silver at the moment. May end up needing iron again sometime soon, but now on the map, the iron is over near Hildir on the map out to the east. So it's not too bad to go up and sail around over there. I never really mapped out the island north of Hildir, but there is one there that Hildir's on, obviously. Hildir doesn't float. So yeah, I need more poison arrows. I think that's good for fire arrows. Maybe I'll bring some regular arrows just for fun. If I need more poison arrows than that, I'm in big trouble already. Want to have repaired stuff. I have good food. What I want to have... Should I have another health food? I think what I need is a beer, but not right quite yet. Almost time. Almost time. Yeah, I'm gonna grab one more health food. Maybe a half stack of sausages or wolf skewers. Do it like this so I get my stamina foods together, my health foods together. Take some wood in case I need some rock in case I need some. This is an exploration trip. Let's get one last sleep in here. It's too early in the day, then let's go and explore. See if we can find that river through to that other bay. Of course, you know, I've said it 1,000 times. Hey, well, you know what I should probably do before I go taking off? I should get a bearing. Let's get my north. Okay. I think a lot of people have different things that they do. And I wonder... So if you... This might be a much better way to do this. If your carve is pointing north, your workbench is always pointing north, like the face of it. Now, it might be a little tougher to tell what's going on like if I start doing one of these things, right? Oh, I gotta hook into here. Which way am I traveling? It's not so easy to tell here. Whereas it maybe is a little easier to tell here, but not being able to see it on the... Oh, I might have to try... That looks like a good northwest, right? If I go into here, is it a good northwest? Yeah, I think it is a pretty good northwest. I think the people that are using the workbench to do that are onto something there. Alright, so I'm going to go north along the western shore. Might get out near that island, but I hope to find some kind of a river that goes through to that northern bay. And I think there is, because I think I came through it once from the other direction. But I have no I think I may have left a sign at the mouth of the river. But if I did, I can't remember if it was on this side or that side. Well, hopefully he doesn't get all feisty. This doesn't look to be a river anyway. Oh, back off, pal. Didn't want to crash the boat and all, but this might not be a bad place to quickly take a look. I mean, obviously not going that way, but I should at least repair real quick. Frickin' trolls. I when I was so rudely attacked by the troll. Alright, I was trying to figure out if that's actually a river. It's just a little bit foggy though. And if that is a river, it's kind of a crappy series of rocks there, isn't it? Which way is it headed? That's north. That river's headed like southwest. It's not really the direction I would want it to go. Well, let's take a look, shall we? Alright, let's see. I'm really looking like I don't want to take this. It's just, there's too many rocks. And I think I actually know where it's going to lead. And it's not where I want it to go. So let's back up. Or I guess stop backing up. Go forward. Go around the horn. Boom. Oh, look at that. Alright, I'm going to just go ahead and say that was some fantastic sailing right there. And I think I can slip through on the left side over here. I don't remember what the term is for like the front, the bow, right? Is that, I know that's the front of the boat, but is that what you call like the direction? Like ports left, starboards right, aft is back. Do you say like bow to the bow for the, like when you're talking about things in front of you? What about right under you, like where all those rocks are? Alright, now I can get some vectors. Alright, I have every confidence, for no real reason, that I am going to find that river mouth. That's a little too far. Trolls aren't a bad thing to use for target practice. That didn't sound good. So there's that little island. So according to my map, up on the left would be a really nice place to have a river. Got to get the bow skill up. 91. Alright. If there is a river where I want there to be, it's not here. This is the Draugr village, right? So I'm basically almost... There was no river where I thought there was. I'm almost at the swamp. By Noaru. Now that part of the map I think is really jacked up. No, actually that's Noaru right there. The map's really good. Who knew? Well, we'll have to go north of the swamp and go up around the north side of the island. And if I am going to take over a... You know, I should probably just sleep here for the night. Well, that mountain just doesn't look very big, but it's what direction? It's kind of northwest a little bit. I still might be able to get a good bearing from it. I've gone into the mountains enough time that I can be very confident, or very falsely confident, that I will be able to survive just fine. My brain knows I should have no illusion about the fact that there's a very good chance at any given point that I'm going to die when I go into the mountains. It's just a likely occurrence. Alright? However, you do it a bunch of times and you start thinking, oh, it should be no problem, alright? This is a good time for some arrows. Leave that alone. Leave that alone. Anybody else? Oh, the bird I don't care about. So do I want to go to the west? Do I want to go to the west, all the way around the top north? Or do I just want to kind of go and look at that little northern mountain? See if I can find a little stone tower with a Vesvigir in it. First off, let me confirm my north. Because right around now, this thing's looking very... It's actually looking perfect. So when I went to the bench, and I said, oh, it looks like a northwest mountain. What the heck direction was it? I should just stick with using a carve as my north. Yeah, and the sun's rising in the east. Okay. Everything seems to be lining up except for my brain. And it looks like the direction I want to go is against the wind, which I've always said. It's the surefire way that the way I'm supposed to go is when I'm going against the wind. Are you kidding me? I'm actually on a rock right here? Alright. And this is just close enough to a swamp that I probably don't want to go jumping in the water. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's go. He's kind of to the east, I guess, isn't he? I was saying north, east, northwest, but it was more like south, southeast. Well, it's going to be north of where I was, but it's south. No, it is southeast. But I came. Where am I? That was the mountain I climbed earlier, so this is. It's kind of east. My directions from this point on. See, that would be like southeast of where I am, which almost looks like it would stick it on my island, but just a different part of my island. That thing there isn't even a mountain, it's just a big hill. I can't even tell if that thing has snow on the top of it. But that is, I think that is my my island. There's Noaru. Yeah, Noaru's been a nice little island for me. Let's see if we can find a big ass mountain. Big as. So right now I'm sailing what I think is basically north. Yep. Along this. When you look at my little island, it kind of looks like this, I don't know, a weird ghost or a three-legged octopus or something. There's that swamp in the upper middle section right next to Noaru. I'm kind of right there, headed north. Alright. And I feel like, is that a big old mountain in the distance there? No, it's not that big. It looks more like a big hill. And that's what, like straight northeast from where I was. Do I want to go here, or do I want to go check over where I was going to go on the west side of the island? There's just such a lack of big mountains in this part of the world. And this is certainly not doing it for me. We'll go back to the plains. Or past the plains anyway. There's a good chance I'm going to have to take over some of these plains. Yeah, I think those are just big hills. Disappointing. I wonder how long somebody needs to fish in order to get a good fishing skill. Mine's a 6. You know, you look at this and you can tell where I've spent, probably pretty accurately, where I've spent my time playing this game. The only thing that seems a little off to me, the clubs actually seems a little high. But everything else seems pretty right on. I'm kind of interested at the fact that I have a 1 on spears, because I don't remember doing anything with spears, ever. Alright, now, on the map, where I started off was, well, we're getting a little close to the plains there. Kind of on that nub of land to the west of Haldor is where I want to start really looking to the west. Now, if I were able to see anything in the distance here, I'd totally hit it. What direction am I kind of facing here? North still? Yeah. Anything directly to the north would be nice. Or west. Oh, hey. Leviathan. I don't need any chitin at the moment, but if I did, I know where you're at, buddy. Oh, a big mountain back there behind this little mountain. You know, I tell you, sometimes you sail all over the map, and there's monstrous mountains everywhere. Other times you sail along, you're just seeing jack. And I don't know that I ever really appreciated how lucky I've been in some of my other games to always have large numbers of large mountains around. I mean, there is a peak in the back there that looks definitely to be mountain-sized. I don't know that it looked necessarily motor-sized, but you never know. Do I take a little peek over there? What do you think? The wind would be not in my favor to go check out what I think is a mountain behind those clouds on the left. No, I'm going to stay on target. I'm going to stay on target like Porkins. Look at my Porkins. I think there's going to be a mountain. I should be traveling kind of southwest right now. No, yeah, west by southwest. So my hope, my recollection, and it's probably not a good one, is that I need to go straight. Kind of in this direction, which should take me west of the mountain, or west of my island. If you look at the map, you see there's that kind of little Haldor and a little kind of northern peninsula. There's a nub kind of northwest of him. And that's really, when you look down that way, you can see it. And I seem to remember... Oh, wait. Is that a mountain? Oh, look at the size of that sucker, if that's a mountain. I hope that's not clouds. That looks like a big-ass mountain. Bam! Sun's still pretty good in the sky. Maybe put it around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Alright. But man, that's a big mountain. Which direction do I sail in? Swamps. Oh, don't put it behind swamps. from the plains, I'm sailing. What direction is this? Come on, man, give me my car. West? I'm going west of the place, so it's west of that Haldor nub. The swamp I don't care about. There is a little bit of plains here, so it's always interesting when you see like a bunch of biomes in one little area. So I got swamp, plains, black forest, and mountain all in this one little view right here on my screen. Maybe what I'll do, that's the mountain I think that's the one on my island that I've done a bunch of times and did all my silver mining on, I think right there. But here, is that meadows then? Maybe I can get all 5 biomes right here without Mistlands. Got swamp, plains, mountain, black forest, and meadows. All on the same screen. That's pretty cool. Alright. So over here, I think I might, it's not super late in the day, but I don't want to have to build something at the last second, like at night. So let me just whip up a tiny little shack. I kind of Tokyo drift in here. Some rocks. That's all right. All right, that works for me. All right, so first things first, crafting table. And then let's make a marker so I always know what north is. North is which direction? This direction, towards me. Okay, now I've got north. Now, I see some fence. No jogger around. Okay, let's make a real quick little base. Super quick. I'll start off with the bed. This is going to be the tiniest, crappiest little base, but why not? With a little room for a fire. Put the fire right here. And then we'll, like this, we'll give it a little, no, maybe it's, I need some more wood, huh? This is where 3x resources comes in nice. The one thing I've given myself, 3x resources. It's kind of too high, honestly. I should probably lower it. But I figure I started the game that way, I'll keep it. But who wants to spend all of their time, like, farming and cutting down wood, mining silver, when you can do fun things like playing grayling bowling? Ready, buddy? See how far I can get you out into the water. Ah. Wasn't so great. Alright. Floor. Let's make a little bit of a floor here. Okay, get you farther than the other guy. Yeah. Just wasn't as fulfilling as it usually is. Door. Got a stairway. I'll need let's do a 45-degree roof. It's only one thick, right? Snap, snap, snap. And unless it starts raining, I'm just going to leave that open so I don't choke. Alright, mountain's good. We've got some time. Let's go and kill some wolves or whatever. Now, when I say kill wolves, what I'm really saying is I'm probably going to die. I want to point this towards where my base is, roughly. Alright. And so what I'm really looking for is a stone tower. Because that tends to be where the outdoor Vesvigirs are. And in hard mode, man, wolves hit pretty hard. Drakes aren't too bad. Alright, I hear one. Of course it's misty. Little blizzardy. Not too bad. Oh, I spoke too soon. Should I just go back and sleep? I hate running around in the snow. Oh, I'm out of rested bonus? Okay. That changes things. Alright. Yeah, definitely gotta head back down. Didn't even think about the rested bonus. And as everybody knows, always be rested. I don't have tattoos, but if I were going to get a tattoo, it would say always be rested. Yeah, this is the way to go. Nothing will kill you in this game faster than not being rested. Alright, now, where the heck did I? There it is, okay. Came down a little bit to the side, that's alright. As long as I don't come down on the plains or something, I'll be fine. Well, you know, this isn't exactly going to give me 100 years of rested bonus. How do I want to do this? Do I want to, got some fine wood in the boat. I could whip up a chair and a table or something real quick. Give me a couple more minutes. Yeah, let's do it. Takes what, 10? Not a long time. Oh, give me 2 more minutes tomorrow. So hopefully the blizzard's done. Mountains aren't too bad when you have some visibility. Comfort 7, that should give me, what, 15 minutes? Jeez, how did I get Comfort 7? That seems a little excessive. 14 minutes, okay. I don't think I was going to get it. I guess I get 4 for nothing else when you've got a fire and you're inside. Are you kidding me, pig? And grayling, okay. You know, graylings are oftentimes a pain in the rear end to kill, because they have that little jerky run pattern they do, but they tend not to do that run pattern when they're... Oh, hey, what are you doing, man? They don't have that jerky run pattern when they're running up, like, hills. See, that's what I meant. Like, that wolf right there, if I had 0 visibility, I don't think he would have killed me, but he would have surprised me. So there's a... See, this is what I was talking about. You know, Frost Cave right here. I'm not ready to go into one yet. But it's nice to know it's here. Frost Caves, you have... It's a whole different level of preparation. Alright, elves and cultists. Bats. The bats aren't hard. The only downside about the bats is once you kill one, now you're going to have to deal with... Are you attacking me? Ooh, hey. Once you kill... So it was, right? Okay. Yeah, when you've got, like, frost resistance, the Drake hits aren't so bad. What was I saying? Something about elves, probably. They're just so dangerous, man. Ooh. Oh, that's actually a good sign. Okay, the spirit took care of him. actually kind of like the frost arrows, but the skeletons are usually around those stone structures, right? I guess they could be around wood structures, but I don't think I've ever seen that before. But I'm not seeing a stone structure. Oh, hey, there's one. Now, I don't know if that's where that skeleton wandered from. It's a long way. But, yeah. I've seen creatures wander further. Maybe the skeleton was changing a wolf or something. Oh, it would be so nice if there was a Vegvizir here and it was not pointing southeast. Are these all melee? Really? Nice. Oh, he didn't put up much of a fight. I don't see a Vegvizir though. Nothing. Was I actually standing on his head for a second there? Let's see, the poison did not get him. Still, a little disappointing that there was no Vegvizir. Well. Food, I need a little bit more onion. Looks like here comes the weather. As always. I almost just want to put whatever day this is, like 3/11 or something. See, I never would have seen that stone structure if the weather was like this, right? I also have a feeling I should be experiencing a stone golem sometime soon. The one thing I gotta make sure I remember also, some sort of shack. I gotta make sure I remember I have bone mass. If I die from like a stone golem or something, and I had bone mass and I didn't do anything about it, I'd be a little upset. Alright, let's see. A lot of skeletons on this mountain. Again, that could be a good thing, I don't know. I spent years looking for onion seeds. No onion seeds here. I don't care about these. That I can consolidate. That's nice without having to actually mine something. And there's the stone golem. Well, I'll pop this. I don't plan on fighting them, but you know, sometimes they just get a hit in. They're just not worth fighting. You don't need to get crystals to make windows. Who cares? Although, is this another frost cave? Yeah. So this is like Frost Cave Mountain. Which direction do I go in? A chair. That doesn't help me any. Oh, geez, you know, and I reoriented, didn't I? When I put those chairs and things down, I don't actually know which way I'm supposed to be going to get out of here. And I don't know that I remembered if I'm going the way that I came in. Ooh, that was a very steep drop that I wasn't expecting. Yeah, jeez. A couple days ago, Golem whacked me off of a mountain. I had pretty good health going. Like right now, it's not too bad. Alright? Should probably have my bow out in case I run into a wolf. But you know, I had, let's say, 120 health, right? He did like 30 damage from the hit. But then, it was like another 89 damage from the fall, right? Which ultimately meant that I ended up with 1 hit point. Geez, it looks like there's a road here. It's not a road, but I just have to figure out where the heck. The meadows was like to the west of the Black Forest, right? Didn't it go like swamp, then plains, then black forest, and then meadows? And bees? Well, hopefully I'm not going to need those. I guess you maybe see planes through. So this... there's a troll. I'm not going to worry about him. Really, dude? Yeah, I will. Why not? Still not dead, huh? There he goes. Alright. Alright, let's see if I've, in any way, shape, or form, found where my boat is. Now, I had traveled... What direction? I went to the northwest of the island where the plains were, and I traveled straight west, which means I should be trying to get to the east side of this island. But the sun's not... That's east there, right? Isn't the base of the tree always in the east? So if that's east, this would be north, right? Something like that. So I feel like I am on the east side of the island. I just don't know if I'm supposed to go north or south. But I don't remember any of that stuff. Oh, there's my boat. Okay. All that just to... I'm not calling this mountain dead yet. I think there was more to explore. It's just rough when the weather is bad. Let me see how I guessed on my bearing for that east. Oh, look at that. I nailed north. I picked the wrong thing, but I got lucky calling my north. Alright. So let me when I go up, that's the way I want to go. Yeah, that was a little disappointment. Still too early to sleep. Although it feels like it should be close. Once I go into the frost cave, there's three main concerns, right? First, bats. Now, the bats themselves are not the problem, but once you kill them, now you've activated the cauldron is stirring raid event, and they'll come and kill all your stuff. Alright? I just hate when the weather's like this. I'm just not going to do it. It's just not enjoyable. Well. But I hate to go back down and have to wait. Well, I've only got 3 minutes left on the rested bonus. I'm going to go back down. I'm going to rest. Get my 13 minutes back or whatever it is. 14 minutes. I mean, it's been, 11 minutes. After I woke up, so I had 14 minutes rested bonus. Now I'm at 3 minutes, so it's been 11 minutes. So the day is half over. It's about 20 minutes? Any of you guys know if it's how long a day is? I think I gotta get rid of a lot of the crap I got on me too. I want to go up into the mountains with all this junk on me. I'll throw out what I don't want, keep what I want. Anything that I want, I'm gonna throw in the boat. That was a good jump. I always run right up to the shore, have no stamina left. I don't know why I'm keeping most of this stuff. These type of things I'm just gonna keep because I'm gonna get a bunch of them anyway. That I probably won't lose. I don't have to worry about so much. But I'll definitely be getting more of those, so I might as well keep that there. Poison arrows I'm okay with. Fire arrows, that's probably fine. Alright, so it's now been 14, 2 minutes, 12 minutes. This should go away quickly. Alright, so 12 minutes it looks like is how long I need to wait before I can sleep. I don't think this is a motor mountain. It just didn't look big enough. It did have the stone structure. It had multiple skeletons. And all of this together makes me think it still might be the kind... And it had 2 frost caves. So it's not a small mountain. If I were smart, I'd probably bring up the wishbone just to see if it has silver deposits. I'm sure it does. I don't really need a whole lot of silver at the moment. I've got fully upgraded Frostner, fully upgraded wolf armor. I hate when the trees get in the way. But that's what I get for running around without my bow out, right? Any upgrades on food? Another minute I'll be able to update the soup. Onion soup. Yeah, see, there's Frost Cave number 1. So I was saying, so Frost Cave issue number 1, you kill a bat. Now you get Cauldron is raiding. They come, they kill your pigs, they sink your boat, all kinds of nasty stuff. I hate those little bastards. Multiple dudes right over here. Jeez, right between his wings. Whew. I hear a few of you guys going. I gotta be a little careful. I got hit. And that took a little chunk out of me because I don't have bone mass on. I can't do that for another 10 minutes. That wolf did a little bit of cutting and weaving that I'm not used to wolves doing. Usually they just kind of charge right at you. Yeah, I figured there was an egg over here. Now, that's one thing about 3x drops. Is if I pick that egg up, I'd actually get 3 eggs out of it, right? Can't do them all at once. That's 600 pounds. Megan Yard doesn't let you do that, as great as it is. So the first one was over there, right? Stone tower. So I'm going to go to the left. Plus I'll grab the loot. The other thing... Okay, so all are bats. Oh, hey. And the reason I'm going up here is I'm just thinking to myself, what happens if I get hunted? Right? You know the whole you are being hunted and a bunch of wolves show up? That's really bad. You always want to be someplace high. Gotta always have an escape path. So, bats. Bats suck. Then you have elves, which hit like hammers, man. They hit hard. They only got 50 hit points. But when there's like a pack of them, you can get screwed really easily. Alright. Sea wolf, kill wolf. So you gotta be careful of the elves. And that's what I was saying. I think if I set up like, I'm gonna open a door, you can usually tell where they're gonna be. Put like a bonfire in front of it. And then open the door. Maybe that does enough damage to him to kill him or at least slow him down a little bit. I don't know. That's another frost cave up there. The third thing is, of course, cultists, right? Cultists are not fun because they breathe fire and they hit pretty hard. You can kill them pretty quickly. So one thing I need to make a crap ton of are ooze bombs. Those help kill those guys, get them through the doors or whatever, so you don't even need to open the doors if they're close by. So like right now, if I get hunted, probably, actually if I'm being hunted, I'd go up into that cave. Fire pots, you gotta have fire pots when you're fighting the cultists. And I have some cloudberries, but I do not have barley. And so I think I'm going to have to take over a fueling village real soon. Because if I can't find a Vegvizier in a tower, I'm going to have to go into the frost caves. And that will require some prep. See if we can get a better view from on top of this cave. Oh, geez, that guy again? I may end up actually needing to kill him with, like, blunt arrows. Takes forever. Is he going to keep following me? I really don't want to fight him without bone mass. There's another stone tower, right? That's not the one I was at before, I don't think. Make sure there's no wolves around. He has stopped following me. Another egg, huh? Either there's multiple eggs in this mountain, or I am... Whoop. There are 2 wolves. Where's the other one? Jeez. I swear it feels like my arrows are going through them. The reality is, I'm just not very good with a bow. You know, just because I got a 91 skill in bow, doesn't mean I'm good with the bow. It just means I've taken a lot of shots at boars and crap. Alright, I was over here. Now, see there's a skeleton on there, so we know that's a different one. I can't see from here if there's a Vegvizier in there or not. Gotta keep the poison arrows out. Didn't want to waste them on skeletons. Maybe I could one-shot them. Oh, jeez. Man, I was not expecting that. It could have made me jump. No Vegvizier here either, huh? Alright, I'm gonna go up to the top. And if there is no other stone building, no Vegvizier around, then it's gonna be time to prepare to go into the Frost Caves. Something I was hoping to avoid in this playthrough altogether. But it'll certainly make life a little more interesting. And it'll also give me a little bit more time to figure out how I'm gonna actually fight Motor, if I ever get that far. I swear I hear something. There's never Vegviziers in these things, are there? I was hoping to have a better view at the top of that. There's a chest. I don't see any red down there. Alright, let's take a little look around here. There's a stone building over there. I don't think that's where I just came from. Take another little bit of a look around. See if there's something closer. Yeah, I like that one. So maybe I'll check this one out and then cut across to that one. Any wolves? No. No more stone over there, I don't think. Alright, let's head down. I see another nest, yes. I was expecting to see some more drakes. A whole bunch of them, actually. I didn't kill a single one? Hey. You're terrible. Told you I'm not very good with the bow. Alright, 4 of them. Well, there's a bunch of glands around if I need to make any ice cream. I'll probably grab them for that reason. It's funny how, you know, when you're first playing and you're in the Black Forest and you're leaving hundreds of... that's a good sign. Maybe there's a correlation. I don't know. Is it the case that, like, you're more likely to get a Vegvizier and a tower that has Draugr instead of a... Look at that. Look at this. Alright. It points me... What way is this? Is that towards my base? Or did I leave it as north? I don't remember, but that very clearly pointed me in this direction. Whatever direction that is. So, it's time to... I don't care about bones, but I like the frost arrows. It's time to head back out of this mountain. Got the Vegvazir. That's pretty cool. And I don't remember... I really don't remember if... There's always a stun golem around. 2 minutes until bone mass. So I wanted to go to the... still too early in the day to tell where I am from the sun. I wanted to get to the east side of the island, correct? Oh, jeez! What did you do? I guess I should just keep the bow out. Makes me a little slower, but better be safe than sorry in this case. That would be... I think I'm on the west side of the island. Oh, I've been here already because there's some skeleton bones. Alright, I guess that's a good sign. But I want to go to the east side of the island. Which should be... Or is it over there? So I can't tell because of the clouds. Which way is... That's the dead end. So maybe this way actually is east. Yeah, it's got to be. I think the clouds are just blocking off where it goes off under the horizon. Let's go this way. And then get a look down from up top. I mean, the weather's been nice. I have been given some lucky weather for this leg of the trip anyway. And I got a Vegvazir. I just hope it... If that's east, it's pointing to the east. Huh. Which would have been the way that I was... Yeah, I think that's my Black Forest down there, right? Because over there is the plains that I parked next to. So maybe I do not have to go into the frosty caves. Oh, shit. Dodge roll for the win. I should have been paying more attention to my surroundings. Looking what's around me instead of where I want to go. However, speaking of surroundings, I'm gonna grab those glands. That's a few more ice creams right there. Can never have too much ice cream. At least until, you start getting some better food, right? Once you start getting like Plains food and Mistlands food, ice cream is not so relevant anymore. I can't tell you, it's kind of funny. I say it a lot. I can't tell you how many times I've died, not in this game, right? Because I haven't died in this game. But how many times, like in other playthroughs, where I was leaving the mountain and was just running without really paying attention and got killed by wolves. Now, I haven't played this a lot. Played once through solo, regular, vanilla, and I've got a second game that I started after that with a few other guys that's similar to this one, hardcore. No map, no portal, but I do, whatchamacallit. Oh, that was the full 14 minutes, huh? You can die. We did try doing the whole thing where if you die, you lose your full inventory. You still got your hardcore, like, loss of levels, 10% instead of 5%, and you lost everything that you didn't have equipped. But it was just too depressing, man. It made the playing so... like, you were just scared of everything. And that was just really not a lot of fun. I gotta send one quick message. let's see. Now, let's, where's my door? Let's get a measurement. Not a measurement, but let's put, this was, that's like straight east from here, right? That's fascinating because that's pointing right exactly to my island. Let me look at the map over here. You know, when I look at where, well, I'm looking at the map that you're seeing on the lower right corner of my screen. At the very north end, there's that yellow, that's the plains. And I kind of went straight west from there, right? So straight east, almost to the north of my plains and continuing east, is where it looks like this thing is going to be. It's not that mountain right there. I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure that's the mountain that I normally have done all my spelunking and stuff. It's not very tall. I've gone to the top. That's where I dig the silver. I mean, I guess maybe I could go double check and make sure it's the same island. But the most important thing is I've got a direction. And man, that sucker was pointed directly at where the tree was coming up in the east. So while I will acknowledge the fact that maybe it's that one behind the plains, I have to see exactly where it is before I can decide if it's the same. If it's that same mountain I've always been on, then it's not. It's not the one. On my map, there's a, you can see it, there's a mountain kind of to the southwest of Haldor that's got the Annapurna base camp. That is where, you can see a little gray area, right? That's the mountain that I climb. If this mountain that it was pointing at right there is that mountain. Ah, crap, I didn't take my bearing with the car. Give me a second. I'm going to have to rotate it. East is like this way, right? I can't get the view. Like this, maybe? That's good enough for jazz. Alright, so where am I? Am I... Wait a minute, where am I? I went straight east. I should have hit plains. Did I hit that little meadow south of the plains? I guess. Either way, let's just take a little run up this mountain. Alright, not the best park job ever. And let's drop a marker here. That was pretty good grayling bowling there. Alright, so east was kind of that way, alright? I think if east was that way, then that means north would be, what, like this way? Should be pretty close. Alright. And I want to have, that's north. Okay, let's head up into the mountain. Just to make sure it's not actually a big mountain. Hate necks. I can use a little bit of food. Alright. Let's get it back up. And this is definitely not a motor mountain. All it is fog mountain. Yeah, that was tiny. It was so small I didn't think there were wolves on it. However, that does give me a little bit of because I went straight east. That gives me a little bit of information on which direction to go from that big mountain, right? Because if I hit here straight east from this big mountain there, right? Then that is just to the west of Haldor, northwest, I think. But it's a little bit higher. It's kind of just south of the plains, right? That means it would be cutting east across the top of my little eastern floppy arm over there. I just need to confirm that that's actually plains. Man, I tell you, I started playing another game of this with my two youngest daughters. They're like 22, 20. And they had never played before. So we're playing regular vanilla. And, you know, have a map. And it was such a strange thing to have a map. Like, just being able to run around like an idiot was really fun. Like, not having to thinking about, like, I need to build a road for wherever I'm going so that I can find my way back again. Now, what is this? Is this a river? And why am I going so slowly? I think this is a river that cuts out near the swamp. Yeah, this is the one that cuts out near the swamp. That might not be well, I do remember that one. It gets a little bit ugly near the swamp, but I think it's still faster to go through that way. But I'm still going to go the other way, because I want to confirm if that's where I think it is. Then I still want to confirm that this is going to be the plains right up here in the north. And as I've said 1,000 times, if I'm going against the wind, then it's the right way to go. I've literally been lost in the ocean playing this game, and I'm so confident that going against the wind is the way that I should be going, because the game hates me, that I've just gone against the wind and I found my way back home. And I realize there's some amount of negative confirmation bias there. But other people have watched me play it and observed just how unlucky I am. And these are people that play, and they've got their own kind of, negative confirmation bias, or lack thereof. But me, when I'm sailing, it's always against the wind. I spoke too soon. Now, this weather's crap. But this is, this is much further south than I thought, if this is even where I thought it was. Where did I land? Am I even on the right island? Did I accidentally go to another island? I don't remember there being a Draugr village here. It does look like there are plains right here. That looks like a nice Draugr village. I always like it when there's those like two-story, Yeah, see, I thought I had the wind going in my direction. Shame on me for thinking that, right? Turns out I have to turn and go back into the wind. But there's like a couple nice, like, of those two-story 3 of them, longhouses. I could make a nice base out of that. This is close enough to my other base that I probably wouldn't, but, I mean, why not, right? Alright, so that is the plan. So I was farther south than I thought. I was probably right at that southern edge of mist, or of meadows. Now I'm finally getting to the plains. So I'm gonna say, like, right where the word Noiru is on my map, I'm gonna say that's where the Vegwazir was pointing, was east of there. Which means I need to be heading, like, north of Hildir, I think. I gotta pay attention here. I don't want any death skeetos coming after me when I'm not paying attention. In fact, I should probably beef up just a little bit just in case. Yeah, see, there's one of the little bastards. I can't. Just gotta keep an eye on them, you know? I'm never really sure that these little island bits that come out from the plains, if, like, you can get death skeeto spawns on there. My armor's pretty good, but I'm not wearing a root harness, so it's not going to be as good. Look at that. I think the wind has been turning with me as I go around these plains. So anyway, back to the map. I need to go east from the swamps at Naru, over that little part of the island, and north of Hildir. You know, it's really funny that both Bone Mass and Yagluth were over there, and it'd be pretty cool if, like, Motor was right there as well. A lot less traveling than I'm used to. Maybe I'll get some wind now. Of course, everything changes a little bit when I've got to go into the mists, right? I did run into some Mistlands way south. Look on the map, you can see where it says Motor, location to TBD. I found a Vegwazir down there, like really far down. Like probably a good 10-minute sail straight south of that little bay down between Eikthyr and the Annapurna base camp. And set up a nice, found a mountain down there, first one, found a Vegwazir that was pointing off in somewhat looked like a reasonable direction, found a Draugr village, took it over. I brought everything I could need with me to, like, totally pimp it out, all the medals, all the upgrades, so I was able to pretty quickly make, like, a, you know, Comfort 13, which is about as good as I can get for the current tech I'm at, I think. Comfort, and then spent days, like real life days, trying to find this Motor mountain, and just kept having to sail further and further. And it wasn't that I even got super far, it was like I kept running into frickin' mist and stuff that just kept me from really being able to travel well, and I was in kind of a tight plains area. And then eventually I came to the conclusion, I ran into mists in a lot of different directions, and it looked like the giant Motor mountain, the one that I'm pretty sure was Motor, was like fully surrounded by Mistlands. And one of the things I'm looking forward to when I win this game, which I guess would be killing the Queen, I don't really bear any illusions that I'm going to do that without dying a single time on hardcore mode. And you know what? It's going to be like a freaking tick or something. It's going to be the death of me. I know that's what's going to happen. But as soon as I die, I think the first thing I'm going to do is turn the map back on and just see, first off, like, how good is my crappy little map that I made. And number two is maybe even plug it into like one of those map uh, like websites. You can go in, you put your seed key, and it shows you the map and where everything is. I'd be interested to see what the whole map looks like, and see if like I was like right next to a motor the whole time and I was just missing it, or if it was not on the mountain that I did, right? Because I didn't get to it, so I can't tell for sure on my map, my mini map, if it was the motor mountain or not. So I want to confirm it was motor mountain, and I want to see if there really was mist all around it, Mistlands, because it could be that I just didn't find the right little channel to some continent far to the south or something. I mean, I remember playing when I was doing the vanilla game, and I was looking to find my way through the Mistlands, or around some continent's outer ones. They were just monstrous and loaded with mist, and there was just really no way you were gonna like find your way around it. I think the center of the map is, and I took a guess at this one, where my Eikthyr location is. It was right next to the summoning circle, which I think is what's considered the center of the map. Alright. So what direction? Traveling kind of southeast right now. I think what I'm going to do, I've got some food on me, right? Oh, wrong button. A little bit, not a ton. Do I have any in my hold? No. I think my plan, look, back into the wind. So I think my plan at this point, I think I ran over to that little mountain before, and it was nothing. But that's too far north of where I'm needing it to be. Now, it's possible that there's a big mountain on the east side of my island, where that little floppy arm is. There's a little swamp on the east-hand side, and it's possible there's a mountain right there. And so it's entirely possible, if that's the case, that that would be the mountain. I don't think it's the case. But might take me a little bit of exploration over there. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go back down to my base. And I'm going to grab a bunch of food, plop it in the hold, get rid of all this crap that I picked up, and really go on a serious search for motor. And if I find mountains, but I can't find the motor mountain, then I'm going to definitely start going into the frost caves. How many motor sites are there on any given map? Is it 3? And I can't remember if they're of necessity like spread pretty far apart. Maybe there's more than 3. I remember when I did my vanilla, I found the queen pretty quickly. I am very, very lucky. Literally, like, it was right almost next to the Yagluth site. I didn't even find a Vegvizir for it. I just, like, went into the mist for the first time from the Yagluth fight site, and the first structure I found was the queen. So, yeah, very lucky that way. But there's my Elder Island to the left. There's Nuaru back there. And then not too far across the water from where my queen was, which was pretty far out, was another one, another queen site. And I don't even actually remember which one I went in to fight. I think it was the first one. I died one time when I fought the queen, and that's because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I mean, I suspected, but what ended up happening was, so that's telling me R1. So that's a river that does cut through to the other side. I just didn't remember where it was. How did I not find that when I went back up the first time? Alright, that's a Draugr village. I should have been cutting out to the outside of this. So I had the wind a little bit, now I gotta go against it because I wasn't paying attention. What the heck was I saying? I lost my train of thought when I realized where I was. There's that Draugr village back there. And there's still somewhere in the water, down like on the ocean floor, some kind of a Draugr. Hey, look at that. Let's see if I get the kind of bow for it. Should I kill him? Let's see if he wants to fight me. I've got the wind with me a little bit. Let's see if he leaves me alone or if he's a jerk about it. Jerk. Does he keep coming? I can't see with this freaking sail. Literally, I think it's killing my boat more than the serpent is. Alright, there's some meat. You can never have too much serpent meat. Is that another serpent ahead? Thought I saw a flash. It's just one of those fish. Alright, let me go back and get the meat. And this is another one of those things about 3x drops. I don't know if you saw... You kidding me? Another one? Is he actually going to fight me? Looks like he's coming towards me, yeah. Oh, hey. Alright, so that's 2 dead serpents. I tell you, man, once you get a good bow skill, like going back to having like a low bow skill is one of the most painful things. You know, I've gone, you know, where I like had a club and then like I had a good club. No room with the inventory. What I need to do is like make sure I'm holding stuff with low weight. I'm gonna go back. You know, you get a good club skill, say. You get 70, 80, I don't know. And then you go back and you start playing another game and you're at like, pretty quickly like 10 or 20. And you go, I don't really notice that much of a difference. Right? Maybe your stamina gets used up a little quicker, but it's hard to tell, really. Right? But then, you know, you do the bow, and you see how fast I was just fighting it. Oh, wait. See, normally, I would be perfectly content to jump into the water. But there's a swamp right there. And it wouldn't be the first time that I jumped in the water and there was a swamp. Or a leech waiting for me. A couple leeches. And I died. Because I thought, oh, I'm far enough away. Those things hit pretty hard. I don't have any poison pots on me. I'm going to wait it out. But 3x resource drops. That gives you a lot of serpent stew. Right? And that's nice. Right? For early game food, you know, kind of pre-plains food. Once you get the oven, stuff changes, right? But for pre-plains food, that's nice, man. What do I have? Okay, this I'm just going to throw away. Put you there. And so, yeah, getting like 20... Jeez, I thought that fish was another serpent. I couldn't believe it. getting like 20 serpents instead of like 7 when you got the 3x drop on. And I still have to say, I don't understand why it's 20 instead of 21. Maybe it maxes out or something. No, I don't want to get up. I wanted to grab the serpent meat. Did I get it all? 18. There's probably a couple. What I missed? Or unless that was just a 6 drop. Yeah, probably. Alright. So 38 meat. And where was I going? I think I was going this way. I hope. Yeah, because I was going south. That's east, because there's the tree trunk. So yeah. Serpent meat at 80 health. Serpent stew, and what, 4 hit points per tick, so you get a really fast recovery on your health as well when you've got it in you. That's nice, man. And so, if you saw my food chest, I don't know if you were watching, back when I first got back, right before I went to the mountains, I got a lot of serpent stew. I almost even just use it as my regular, like, kind of choring food. Oh, hey, rocks. I think my boat's had a bit of a hard time of it here. Yeah, I'd say it's not too bad. But this map has been one of the rockier ones I've had to deal with. Not that I've dealt with a ton, but yeah, so there's Elder Island. Gotta get back to Valheim. So I get past these rocks, I can get a little bit more vectors going. I realize my usage of the term vector is probably not super accurate. But I'm okay with that. Well, I made it into the mountains a couple times, found what I was looking for, I think. Didn't die. A couple close calls. Anytime I go into the mountains and come back out alive, I consider that a triumph. It's not as much of a triumph now as when I first started going into the mountains, right? Because when you first start going in, you're wearing like troll armor and you're using frost potions and stuff. And so, why is everything shaking? Can you see everything shaking? That was really weird. Wait a minute. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be sailing at night. I'll probably like miss my base. I don't think this is Madagascar yet. I've got an island right near my base that I call... Wait. I'm going north? I think I did miss my... I think this is Madagascar. No, but if I'm going northeast, then I have missed my base. Freaking nighttime sailing, serpents, everything else. Wait, no. I don't think I did miss my base. I think that's my base right there. Is there a little northern cut right before my base? I guess there must be. But yeah, this is my base right here. Okay. Well, I'm glad I caught that before I turned around and headed back to the swamps. And then there's Madagascar to the left. That's like a big, long little stretch of island that I keep saying one of these days I'm going to migrate my little crappy base over there and make it like a nice, proper, like, island fortress. I mean, don't get me wrong. This place is pretty impenetrable, except for, like, drakes and bats. And to drakes, I actually haven't had a, mountain wind is blowing event or whatever it's called when the drakes come and attack. But that won't be a problem once that happens. I don't think here. It's the bats that are going to kill my pigs. So what I really need to do is finish putting glass into my windows, I guess. You know, and earlier, if you were watching, I was disparaging the glass. Why would I kill the stone golem? I already have a bunch. I think I got enough to fill in all the windows. And really, if I don't, I could always just put wood over them, I guess. I should be able to bank right around using the corner here. You know, every once in a while I come out here with a sledgehammer and I try to dredge all these rocks. And it just never quite works the way I think it should. Should turn here. There's always some little bit of land sticking up. So it'll bump me away and then get me a... There we go. Going here, you see? Always something. And then pull in the back end. Why is it not turning right? Something going on there, I don't know what, but... That's my harpoon. Usually I keep the harpoon around. I don't really need it so much anymore. I already have all the scales I can make. I've got a fully updated serpent shield. Not that I'll probably ever use it, but I wanted to have one just in case. I had to pause for just a second. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Let me get this back up. All right. Okay. Let's repair. just drop off stuff I don't care about, of which there is plenty. Let's make sure we have a fully loaded batch of arrows. These are mountain things that go in here. Yeah, see, I can probably fill in these windows, although I may not need to anymore with no frost cave. Alright. Might want to fatten up my regular and fire arrows, just in case. Food, I'm going to bring a bunch of extra. See, this is what I was talking about. Got a bunch of food. So you're the spare foods. Getting a little low. Alright, weather's crap. Got some backup foods. Arrows. The only thing I might run into is not being able to repair my Draugr Fang. So maybe I want to bring what I need in order to make a chest. Alright, not a chest, a forge, an upgraded forge. Draugr Fang requires only a level 2. That should be easy enough. I need what, like 6 copper. Is the main thing, right? 6 copper. I know there's some coal, that's not a problem. Wood, stone, none of that's a problem. So I'll take 6 copper. And then I need 1 upgrade. And if I bring 2 stone to make a stone cutter, then I can make a grinding wheel, which could be the second upgrade. So that's the easiest thing to do. So I'm going to take 2 iron with me as well. Alright. So I'm going to go throw this extra junk in the boat. I should probably just take down those bee stands. Alright. Oh, geez, I forgot I got all this crap I gotta bring in. A lot of stuff. I'll leave some of the extra arrows on the boat. The extra food goes on the boat. I'll take this wood with me. I'll take the stone with me. These can come up. Actually, let's leave the stone on the boat and take this furs. And let's bring a... Oh, geez, that's way too much, though, huh? What do I have? Oh, it's this price so much. What do these cost? 10 each? Geez, that's a lot. Alright. Man, I'm drifting. I'm gonna need to, I gotta make a couple trips. As soon as I can get this stuff offloaded, then it's off to find Motor. This time I have every confidence. I'm gonna quickly find his mountain. Her? His Motor or her? obsidian goes in this chest. Frostlands go... I have some kind of a... I guess I do keep them here. Wolf meat goes here. Alright, one more quick trip. And then I'm ready to go. Ready to kill stuff. Okay, I'll take the rest of this. Probably... Oh no, I thought that'd be too heavy. We're good there. Got the extra food. Got the stuff if I want to make bonfires. Stuff for a cart. Not that I have any reason to make a cart. But you never know. Yeah, basically it's a bunch of meat. Huh? Alright. Now fair amounts of food left still. Crap food anyway. Alright, so it's too early in the day. Should be a 13 right here, yeah. You ever run into it where there's like a weird location you have to be in your base to like get the maximum comfort? For me, it's right on this pile of dirt. Anywhere else, it's a lower number. Even right here, there's like an 11, right? Over here, it gets down to like a 5. It's got to be standing right on that pile of dirt. Alright, well, time to head out. It's not the world's greatest... Oh, wait, no. There's one thing I had to do first. I wanted to top off my arrows. How much wood do I have from 22? I'm going to steal some of my smelting wood. Kilning wood? I'm not sure what the appropriate description is of that. So fire arrows, I'm going to make another 40. And then regular arrows, I'll make another 40. That should be good. 40 wood is not bad. Usually you can local source it, but well, look at that. Oh, wait. I want to make sure I get a bearing. Since I'm actually sailing in a way that the directions matter, let's make sure I've got a north. You know, so many stupid little things. Now I basically want to go north from here, right? On my map, north looks like it'll, yeah. Look at that. I've said it 1,000 times. The way I need to go is into the wind. Doesn't matter where I need to go. It's just always going to be into the wind. Maybe I can kind of kite it around this way. It's actually kind of the way I need to go. Maybe my complaining was a little preemptive. We'll see. We'll see how quickly I hit shore going this way. Back up. See, this is what I was saying. I've been discussing lately how much I hate fog on the water. Like, fog is awful. It's just not a fun thing to play. Like, now I'm not saying it's super fun right now to do these storms, but it can be fun. It keeps you on your toes a little bit. Try not to crash into stuff. Serpents are more likely to spawn or whatever. Like, it's not so bad. But fog is just brutal. It's no fun. You just kind of almost have to sit there or travel really, really slowly. See, if the storm weren't like this, I could probably figure out like the furthest point I actually need to go to. Alright, I think it's up here. that right? Yeah. So this would be kind of north? Yeah. Alright, good. See, this is what I mean. You get nice weather. Everything's not too bad. What I need to keep an eye out for now is... this is my elder fight site over there. On my map, kind of west of the word Nuaru, straight west, was a mountain that said, had a motor Veglazier pointing straight east. And so that's basically what I'm trying to find. And I need to keep an eye out for mountains like I don't think this one is it. Well, you know, it's not exactly not in the right location. It just looks too small. But, you know, maybe to be safe, maybe I just go climb up to the top. Now, it's not too often I would say the words, I'm going to go climb this mountain to be safe. And I think this is a little south. Did it really just start raining again? Son of a bitch. Yeah, not too often do I say that. Probably would have been better to go to the other side of the river, but I don't think it really matters that much. Was there any on this side of the river? No, it's all on the other side. I don't know why sitting right here, right now, my stamina's going back up. I guess I'm close enough to that rock that I'm counting as standing on it. Saves me from having to waste a potion. There's no way in the world that this is a motor mountain. No way. If it is, my mind will be blown. Absolutely blown. If motor's on my starting island, what I'm really hoping for is just a confirmation, like Veglazier or something. You know, I mean, Hilder was on my starting island. I had swamps, I had plains. Not a lot of plains, not a lot of swamps, but, you know, still had swamps. This seems like it's going to be one of those mountains that might be so small, you're not even going to see wolves. Although, I gotta be careful, that could be very famous last words. So along those lines, let's get the stamina back up. Is that mist over there? Jeez. I don't think it is, but I don't see any wolves. But, gotta be careful. There's a drake. Okay, so if there's a drake, there could be just about anything. Oh, is that an egg location? And I got 3 eggs already, but if there's a nest close by that has eggs, that's not a bad thing to know about in case I ever need more. I mean, overall, this mountain's a disappointment, but if it's a mountain that has eggs, it's a start. Now, unfortunately, the trees there kind of block me out from seeing what I think is east. Yeah, that's east. I don't really see any monstrous mountains from here, but, you know, could be. They don't always render right away. And I guess I could just run down, kind of parkour along the side here and then cross the river again, wherever the narrowest point is. See, if there was a haystack at the bottom, I could just jump and land in the haystack. Because everybody knows you can jump from any height and do a small backflip and land in a haystack. And be... I just heard a wolf. Can't believe I didn't actually see one, though. I don't know if you're actually a Assassin's Creed player or not, but... it's one of my favorite video game franchises. Don't, man. Just don't do it. See how the sun's going down a little bit, huh? It's nice, you know, maybe a little dangerous, but it's kind of nice when you're at a point where, like, you can just get poisoned by a shaman and you don't care. Unlike leeches. Although, I am at a point where I get poisoned by a leech. I very well would probably live, even with, you know, just the health I have. But, you know, you got a medium-sized stamina pot, or health pot. You just wait a few seconds, take that, and you'll be safe. It's not a problem. Alright? But even when you have a health of like 70 or 80, you get hit by a leech. You have to wait till the health gets down to about like 10 before you take that health pot. At least that's what I do. And I've lived. Alright, I can't think of too many other things that poison heavy like that. Maybe what are those remains things inside swamps? I never remember what they're called. Something remains. They're green skeleton guys. Those guys hit pretty heavy with poison. If you know what they're called, type it in the chat. Something remains. The green skeleton guys. It's gonna drive me nuts now. Normally I have my laptop to the side, and I built a tool that I use to kind of look up important information and calculations and stuff. Yeah, you can type in, you enter all your levels, right? Whether or not you're playing hardcore, how many people you're playing with, and then it tells you how much damage you're going to do against any creature. The range, calculates the actual range of max and min, along with all the damage and the different attacks they have against you. That's nice. It's nice being able to figure out, like, hey, I need to be worried about this, or I don't need to be worried about this, or whatever, right? Okay. Is it just me, or is the darkness in the way that I'm going, like, really dark? Like on my screen, it's like pitch black back this way. I'm gonna be real careful. There's some black forest here, but I think I have to jut out a little bit. I think when I look at my map on the lower corner, this is actually still my starting island. You see over on that right little arm that sticks out? I guess maybe it'll be on this side. Right kind of near my watches, there's a little bit of swamp just to the west of Hildir. And to the north of that, there's like those two little cat ears sticking out. I think that's where I am right now. I think this is... Now I haven't, yeah, this is that little bay right here. Yeah, see, I can't see the ending of it, but I can see where the trees are a little bit. Now, even though it's not on my map, I have done a lot of the area over near Hildir, Bone Mass, Yagluth, so I know that area pretty well in my head. But I haven't drawn it out. Like right where that little bit of swamp is to the west of Hildir that I was just talking about, that kind of my watch part, that's actually a channel. And on the right-hand side, where the white is, kind of where I've stopped doing the blue, that's actually all swamp going all the way down to that other area. And then to the north of it, actually, yeah, there's another island there with another little channel. No, actually, it's right there. I've got a little base right on the bottom of the ear. I don't know if you can see the cursor on my screen, but I've got another little base that I can head to for a few minutes. Let this darkness resolve itself. It's not quite as bad now. For whatever reason, that one area was just really black. This is where I wish I'd have brought my fishing pole. I've got black forest bait. I know swamp, I've got the mossy bait. Now mossy bait is for black forest. Sticky bait, I think, is what it is for the swamp. I've got some of that. You make that with the abomination trophy. Is the mountain is it's got those lakes with the tetrafish in it, really hard to find, and the frost caves. I found one, and I didn't have the bait for it, so I just jumped in the water and wasn't too deep, and I was able to catch a bunch. So I did actually end up earning the fishing hat in my first solo run through. But you needed, I can't remember what trophy you needed to mix with the bait in order to make the mountain. I think I thought it was supposed to be like the Fenring trophy, but maybe it was something else, like a stone golem or something. Plains, I can't remember if it's a berserker, maybe. Anyway, outside of the Black Forest, you just need your mossy bait that you make with troll heads, and those things are a dime a dozen. You could go get one right there if I wanted. Did he just throw a rock at me? He's throwing a rock at somebody, but I don't think it's me. I should still be headed mostly east. Against the what? Right? Yeah, I said maybe a little southeast, but against the wind, I always say. That's the way to go. I should just be glad it's not mossy. I complain about going against the wind all the time, but it's not the end of the world. But I'll tell you something. I don't know if you guys have ever played Valheim in VR, but I set it up with my Oculus, started playing. I never got out of the meadows. I didn't die or anything, but just got a little distracted with this kind of Valheim. But one of my favorite things in VR Valheim was just being on a longboat. Because I didn't start from, I mean, I did start from scratch, but I also loaded into like one of my earlier game saves just to see. So I had like, going into your base is pretty awesome. Where the heck am I? I feel like I'm still in that bay area. That's a bigger bay area than I thought it should be. But I didn't hit any swamp. I'm still going the way it should be. Alright. I think my island mapping on that northern shore of that arm is not quite long enough. But you go to your base in VR, right? And it's pretty cool. You've got trophies hanging everywhere. You've got all the upgrades, windmill. It's pretty awesome. And you don't realize the level of detail they've put into these objects until you're looking at them full size close up. And then incidentally, fighting a troll actual size when you're in VR is pretty intimidating. But my favorite thing was going into my longhouse. There's a hot tub, right? You get the hot tub later in the game. And turning on the hot tub and actually taking a beer in real life and a chair and sitting in the chair with a beer while my guy's sitting in the hot tub and just kind of enjoying life and drinking a beer in the hot tub in the game. Kind of silly, but man, it was just it was a really enjoyable experience. You feel like you earned it, you know? All right, jeez. I always forget how rocky this area is. But I think this is the turn. You know, I was saying I got this little tent base over here. And I think I do. It's just going to be up here on the right. But as soon as I get there, it's going to be like day number 311. Or whatever day number it's going to be. Yeah. You can tell once again I'm heading pretty much straight into the wind. And you just saw the wind rotate just a little bit. That means I'm going to have to rotate just a little bit. Here's that troll. Yeah. He's always kind of waiting there for me. Cutting through here may not have been the best idea. Let's see if I got legs. Oh, I got a little bit of wind here. Let's see if I can use the momentum to get me across this little landmass here. I'll take it. Alright. Now, something else that's kind of interesting. I don't know if I had a fire lit the last time I was at my base. I guess not. Because one thing I've discovered in this game is if you leave someplace and you have a fire going, no matter how long you're gone, when you come back, you're going to get about 5 seconds of fire before the game realizes that the fuel ran out and turns it off. And over kind of towards the tree up that way, you can kind of see there's little swamp trees. That's when I need to start being a little aware of mountains. But here's see, that's what I said. As soon as I get here, the freaking day is going to start. Yeah, day 316. Look at that. As I'm pulling into my base to rest. If you ever see, I don't know if you guys have done this. You see those little diving platforms? That's a sure sign that for some reason you've either thrown something off of your boat into the water, or I'm just going to jump off for a split second. And I don't even know why I have resin on me, but I'm going to do that so that the next time I'm over here I can see where it is. And you can see like you get, or maybe your boat got destroyed by a troll or something. And so you can't swim and get deep enough, but if you get high enough and jump into the water, the momentum actually, takes you deep enough to get it. Sometimes you got to make the towers pretty high though, even like core wood or ironwood kind of high. But you can usually get it as long as you can see it. One time I tried to use the hoe to like raise up the ground underneath the metals. The metal just disappeared. Alright, of course it's not going to... Wait, is that looking... There's a little mountain over there, but that's not looking real motor-sized mountain, is it? I also have to need to be, at this point, a little bit cognizant. Here's another one of my bases. I think this one was a little bit better of a base. Maybe. Better at the time. It's not going to be good, but I should at least stop it and get a rested bonus. I think the other base might have been a little bit better. I've actually got another one that's not too far away either. Kind of down near Hildeer. Actually very close to Hildeer. Look at me, I'm like, this isn't... I guess it was good enough to make a Raven chair. You can kind of tell the level of tech I was at. Looks like I cleaned out anything worthwhile. Is this a level 1 forge? Oh, it's level 2. Alright, look at that. Oh, the good old days. Actually, I'm going to leave a couple wood here. Okay, comfort 11. It's not bad. Gotta be a little careful around here because it is leech water. Now what I really need to do is, well, that's not high enough to be a motor mountain. Where am I at the height level right now? I think I'm probably, like, I honestly think that I'm right at the level that I should be in terms of north, south, and traveling east. Oop, gotta get back. To be at that motor mountain. For as long as I've been traveling, since I left my base, I'm literally only one mountain away, or one island away from my base, my mountain, my island. Easy for you to say. Alright, these are, so I spent forever, man, a long time trying to find swamps that were big enough to have any amount of iron. They were all little pieces of crap like that. The stuff over my island was thin. This was finally the first swamp I found that actually was big enough to have some iron. And there were like 3 crypts in it. I can't even remember if I actually went into all 3. Definitely went into 2 of them. And cleaned them out. I think I might have done all 3. And kind of up here on the right, just past the swamp. Oh wait, look at that. Now that looks like that could be a motor mountain. That's a good looking mountain right there. Let's see if I see anything off to the right. Oh, that's a big mountain. I'm excited about that. And the other thing I like about that is I know exactly where it is, like in relation to everything else. I was just going to start saying up ahead on the right, there's going to be a... See that hill right there? That's actually plains at the top of that hill. And it's surrounded by like black forest and meadow. Really easy to almost die. And right on the other side of it, there's a little channel. And that leads down to Hill Deer. Alright. So now I need to be a little... Well, there's another mountain over there. I need to be a little careful here. I think this is... I couldn't have 10 seconds with my new mountain before the storm came and I can't see. I can see that I can't... I should say can't. Do not plan on landing at a... That's a big mountain, man. Okay. Alright, small storm. It was probably an ocean storm and I just came into the plains biome limits or something. Maybe it's not as massive as it looked, but it's not small. It definitely could have motor on it. And man, it's not far at all from civilization. This is close enough I wouldn't mind ferrying some stuff back and forth. Right, because you want to have a nice base camp, right? Where you get like a fat level 13 comfort before you head up and start the fight. And I'm not sure what my strategy is going to be for motor. If my calculations in my tool are correct, single player using a fully upgraded Draugr poison arrows. So motor's a good example of something that is actually weak to fire, but poison arrows still do more damage than fire arrows, because the poison is so high, and even the pierce damage is so high that you just do more damage. So, I need to hit him 75 times roughly to kill her. That's a lot of times to kill her. Or to hit her. But the downside to that whole fight is for most of her attacks, one hit will probably kill me. Not for all of them, but I think like that one where she shoots the ice up. I think that one, if it hits me, I'm dead. With the exception maybe of if I have bone mass on, which means I might have like 5 minutes of fight before I'm dead. Alright, and I know some people have talked about doing stuff like digging under the altar, right? So I may consider looking at something like that. Well, I guess I am getting low on the foods, huh? Alright, so let's make my normal. I've just landed someplace and now I'm gonna mark what's north so later I can figure that out. And I figure that's about it, right? Yeah. No surprise there. Alright, and so I'm basically at the southeast corner of the island right now. On the east side. The day is still pretty young. Just took some food, so I think I'm just gonna head up and see if I can find the site. I don't need to build a little thing here yet. Sorry, turning the volume up a little bit. All right. And so, if I were to build a base over here, it would probably be like, is this plains again? Yeah, it is, because I hear a death scudo. Oh, there's a plains there as well. So it'd probably be closer to the shore. Alright. Is that just a stone building? Or could that actually be the site? Let's go check it out. Probably wasting my arrows by doing this, but if I hit it, it's fun. Whoop. I think the poison might have had him, but why risk it? Walk when you can. Frost Cave. Yeah, this does not look like the site. That just looks like a stone building. Now the reason the Frost Cave for me is so important is that's where I'm going if I'm being hunted. Where did that wolf go? Did something just kill it? They're not going to be susceptible to poison, but I don't think I've seen a Vegvazir. I'm surprised that skeleton. I guess they don't. Do the wolves not attack skeletons? I guess at this point, if I start getting hunted, got a lot of big rocks to climb on. And there's a nice cave I can run into. It's easier to see that. Boy, I've got hope. Now, I seem to remember the one other time I found a motor site. It wasn't actually at the highest point in the mountain. So I do need to consider that I have a lot of looking to do on this mountain. But it would be nice to find another Vegvazir, especially if it's on the same mountaintop. So what I'm hoping to find here is Draugr. Oh, Vegvazir. Nobody in here then? Okay, it's pointing in this direction, which is what, southeast? Assuming I never changed this from north, which I don't think I did. Southeast from where I'm standing. If it's on this mountain, it's telling me where on this mountain it is. Where is he? Alright. And there it is. There is the motor site. I'm not sure what the fastest way was. I was on the southwest corner. I said east, I think, at the time. But it was actually west. I don't want to have to go up too... You know what I should have done was bring stuff for I have stuff in the thing for a bonfire. I want to find kind of the right level of height to come across. Now this kind of a house is usually where you start getting stone golems spawning. I'm trying to be so careful here. Now, is this that one that I found right when I first came up? If so, it's almost like get to this mouth and then make a right and just keep running around that height. Roughly. And if it's not, well then I'll have to find another set of directions to get there. Oh. If I get to the point where I find what's he shooting at? A wolf? Is he just like an angry drake that's attacking like some thing? There's planes. That looks like all planes. Where's my little landing strip? Maybe it's on the other side of that? Or is it over here? I'm really as a lost right now. It's getting a little dark. But that's still fueling, so... Am I at the wrong end of the mountain? Okay, I am. It all looks like planes. Is it possible that that's... It's getting a little late. What I want to know is that meadows? Or is that... seems too thick of trees to be plains. I'll find out real soon, but I gotta turn my volume up. Because these are definitely cloudberry bushes. And I see some death mosquitoes down there. I see some that appear to be black forest trees over here. Which is... I can't tell if those are actually black forest. This is all plains. And I think I've been going north and I wanted to go south. I'm not rested. I'm going to be in the mountains at night. It looks like I may need to whip something up real quick. Do I have any wood on me? 23 wood. There's friggin' fueling right there. Huh. Where was that thing that I was just building? Dang it. Is this really going to be all plains? Oh boy, I really screwed up here, didn't I? Are you kidding me? When I have no stamina? Fenring, huh? I can't believe I survived that night. I cannot believe I just survived that night. And I know it ain't over yet. But man, that was absolute insanity. All right. Swamp. Where in the heck am I? Okay, I must have missed it somehow. Man, I'm at the. I must have missed it. Unless I was just really more at the south than I thought I was. But man, I don't remember there being any swamps nearby. Man, if I make it back alive. Some black forest down there, but I may just end up having to make a boat, like a raft. Go around the island. This whole island is like surrounded by plains. This is brutal. I finally found the frickin' motor island. And now I can't find my way to my boat. I don't know if you were watching, but last night was brutal. I had to spend the entire night in the mountain fighting off 1-star wolves, 1-star fuelings that were coming up from the plains, a fenring, drakes, a ton of regular wolves. And I'm really to the point now. I must have missed it. Like I think from up here it looks like it's all plains trees where I came in. From the water, I think you could tell that there's like meadows trees nestled in or something. But I must have run by it because I've gone back and forth several times. And I think my only option at this point, almost. Now, there was a frost cave near where I landed. So if I can... Is this it? It's almost like it was something like that. Like trees that came right up to the mountain. And I was really close to having plains on both sides of me. It wasn't that. Do I have any rock on me? Just enough. Well, the one nice thing about sitting here with the rested on is I think if some enemy sees me, the rested goes off. And I don't want to fight it without a rested bonus. But it is nice to know if there is going to be something coming after me. I'm wondering if that's the spot. If I can't find that spot again pretty soon, first thing I'm doing is I'm building a cabin real fast. Because I had to build one. Eventually I was able to build one in the dark, like from on top of a big rock like this. Cutting the trees down was almost impossible. Those kind of look like black forest trees there, right? No, well, yeah, that's what. Oh wait, what do we got here? That looks like meadows. I think. Well, see, this is the kind of crap I was dealing with. Like you can. And I think this is even, yeah, see, this is where I stayed. I've gone around the entire island. This is a false start to building a bed in a little shack. This actually is where I slept. Where is he? Alright, so if I need, I can sleep in here again. But I have every confidence where I need to go is somewhere over here. Hey, I am Vengeance. Love to India. Thanks for watching. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this without dying here. That's a lot of planes. But I'm pretty sure my boat's got to be back there somewhere. So I think what I'm going to try and do... Hopefully it's late enough. Bed is too... What do you mean? Bed is too exposed. I literally slept here last night. I may have to just fight my way through the plains. Turn bone mass on. It's ready. I just want to take a second to figure out if I think it's more likely to be over there or over there. I don't remember that weird like water in the little island thing. And I think I was further at the south end. So I think it's going to be closer to where the trees hit here. Tell you, man. Discovering the awesome power of poison arrows just changed my life in this game. I hate to do it, but I gotta turn my volume up a little bit. And I swear, this may be where what I do is just... That's a lox. I definitely didn't fight a lox or go near a lox. I think what I may do is charge down to the water. Glad I turned that bone mass on before I got hit by 2 mosquitoes, huh? This looks like this is the kind of area. Those could be meadows trees around here. I'm gonna go down to the water. And if I die, I die. If I don't, I'm gonna build a freaking raft. And I'm going to... Okay, this looks like meadows. There's the deer. Okay, so this was it. I do remember there being a little river. And there's my boat. I thought for 100% sure I was totally gonna die. Like, I cannot tell you how much I was convinced I was going to die. And you know, I shouldn't get too cocky, right? I'm not off the island yet, right? Who knows, I could be getting all cocky, turning on normal arrows instead of poison arrows. And then the next thing you know, a pack of feelings comes tearing out of the woods, and I'm not ready for it, and I'm dead. Could you imagine if I actually go up there and beat motor and then die on the way back because I can't find my base? Sorry, my daughter's texting me. All right. So now I think the first thing I'm going to do, because now that I've gone around the entire island and have observed that there is like nowhere else to land except for where I landed, which is actually kind of astounding. I am going to build a bonfire. What am I missing? Ancient wood, this wood, coral. And I should be able to see the bonfire from the ocean, or from the mountain. If I can't, I'll have to create another bonfire on the other side of these trees so I know where to enter the trees. Maybe like right here. Alright, well that was I think I may actually do that. I'm gonna go make another bonfire over on the other area, just so I don't have to worry about it later. One of those, 5 of these, 5 of these, 5 of these. Boy, it really drifts me away from this rock every time, huh? Just floored. I'm absolutely floored that I survived that. Oh, look at that. I'm down to, I had 200 poison arrows. And I'm down to 66, so I used almost 140. And I'm going to do this with my bow out. Because like I said, I don't want to get all cocky. Think, oh, I survived this. Right? And all of a sudden you're looking at cloudberries on both sides of you. A lock's right in front of you. Oh. And this is what I mean about how you never know. All of a sudden you could just be dead. Get my stamina back. Let that poison do its work for a second and get my stamina back. Oh boy. I don't like when I can't see myself because of some creature that's so close to me that's gonna totally whoop me one. I slipped regular arrows on. Oh, no wonder it took so long. Well, you know, I don't care about you. I don't care about you. But I'm glad they pick up that other stuff. All right, now, there's the boat. Let's try the fire again. The key for me to surviving those kind of fights, and I learned this the hard way, you just gotta stay calm, man. You can't freak out, can't start spam, you know, mashing, whatever. You just gotta be chill. Take your time, keep track. Where's that fueling? I heard that little punk. I think I see him over there, maybe? There are a couple fuelings over there, but this is the rock that I want to put this on. There. And, you know, I might as well grab some needles. A lot of hard effort. Alright, so I see the thing. I know I can come down here. I come through here. Almost want to leave this wood as like a trail. I've discovered you can actually, like, leaving sparkly things is not a bad way to find your way back from places. They actually show up really well in the dark. Those things I had to throw out before. All right. And so, gotta keep the bow skills up. Now, I will be honest about something. I'm actually still shaking a little bit from last night, from my night in the mountains. I haven't quite calmed down from that. That was brutal. $92. Okay, so I made it to 92 on the bow skills. Whoa. And you know what? Actually, I should be okay, but this is a perfectly fine place to sit down and get my rested bonus back before I sail to the next base. And for me, that is going straight south. Should probably get my directions, my bearing. Yeah, it was pretty close to my swamp, my first or second swamp base, which is probably actually right over at the tip of my sail right there. But actually, I'm bearing left. I want to be bearing this way. All right. My nerves are shot. That's actually not a bad sized little mountain right there, but I got me a motor. You know, this should be swamp right here. And when I head this way towards the west, I should see my little swamp base. There should be like a small meadow or something. Probably right where all those trees are cleared, I'm thinking. And that's where I'm going to park my boat and recover. I'm going to head back to Valheim. And come up with a strategy for fighting motor. As well as grab a bunch of stuff for bonfires, because when I go to motor, I want to leave a very clear trail of how the heck to get back. It's getting a little late, huh? Well, I'm glad I didn't have to build a raft and go around that island looking for this thing. And the funny thing was, it was where I thought it was in the very beginning, and in the darkness, or the evening twilight, I should say, I just couldn't see the, I'll go to the next one. The weather's nice, the wind's going in my direction. I've got another base across the water here. Maybe I'll kill that troll. I think it's right on this little nub sticking out right here. It's funny, I said the weather was nice. That changed real quick, huh? And there's my diving platform to get the metals that I actually threw in the water. So I don't forget to do that in the morning. And I don't remember where the door to this one is. Oh. I gotta say, man, that was brutal. Absolutely brutal. Well, I'm gonna go. Hope everybody has a good day. And hopefully the next time I log in, I'll have the right kind of strategy. And I'll be able to go take on motor and probably end my game. Because I just don't see myself winning that fight without some inspiration. Is that somebody killing my boat? No? Anyway. And that's it. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you later.